Stand by to receive our transmission.
Boarding, 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 boarding.
Big welcome, please, for Andy Wright.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, as they say somewhere in the world. Good evening and welcome. Hello Barry, hello Shannon, hello Farang Travels. Welcome everybody. Yes, we're doing a live stream today. And what a week that was, as they say somewhere. Yes, a complete which some of it we can't really talk about because it's too personal and also none of your business. Forgive the expression, but yes, I'm not about to talk about some of it. However, some of it I can talk about. So welcome, welcome. We'll wait for a few. Thank you, Shannon. Do you like my my new specs? As in Morecambe and Wise. We can do the Morecambe and Wise impression. As he does, or did. Now, yes, hopefully I'm not a smurf today. I'm not a smurf, so that's okay. Managed to sort that out and get the old webcam working. So we've got about 11 or 12 people. As 1, 2, 3, 3 people have said hello. So the other look, we got a thumbs down straight away. So whoever that is, clear off. How rude! I mean, fancy coming on and putting the thumbs down straight away. How flippin' rude! You know, you haven't even said hello. I mean, if you're going to abuse somebody, then at least come and say hello before you start giving thumbs downs. Thanks, guys. Anyway, do I look as if I'm bothered? Hello, Ron. Welcome. So we've got about 9 other... Oh, Wayne. Hello, Wayne. There's about 9 other people. No, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's about 6 people who haven't said hello. Hello, hello. What a week that was. My goodness. Yes. All started last week, didn't it? Yeah, I don't know if you were interested in that, but the last... I have 11. I have 10 now, and 1 thumbs down. Go and give us some thumbs up, please, because I don't particularly, not that bothered, but it's a bit rude though, isn't it? Just coming on straight away and giving it a thumbs down. It's terribly rude. Now it's gone back up to 11 now, Shannon. You're going to be here all day saying 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11. We'll probably get 12. Oh, 3 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. That's very kind. Yes. Doesn't really bother me, but hey, it is a bit rude. Hello, Whisperer. Welcome. Yes, we'll wait for a few more to say hello. They're obviously very slow typists, but they're quite quick. They're quite quick with their mouses. Yes, Shannon, I don't think we need to have a running commentary on how many... Oh, dear. Talk about November the 4th. Why, what's happening on November the 4th? Jason, tell me, what's happening? Oh, for goodness sake, pack it in, you lot. Look, there's 2 thumbs down. What are you playing at? Go away. Stop being so naughty. It's so rude, isn't it? I wouldn't go on your live stream and give you a thumbs down. We haven't even started yet. You don't even know what I'm going to talk about. Anyway, yes. Do I care? No, I don't. So, 1st of November, yes. What's happening on the 4th, apart from it's the day before the 5th? And that's Fireworks Day. Anti-fascist march all over USA. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Obviously, I live in the UK, so it's not going to be appropriate to me. If you're going to be going on it, then good luck with that. We've got enough trouble in this country with our own government being fascist. And that's all I'm going to say on that, because that's too political. You can talk about that on my other channel, the Talking Really channel. I might discuss that. I might actually go on there and do a live stream. So yes, if you look in the comments section of today's live stream, you will see that we're going to be talking about Thailand Adventure 4. Going to be talking about what happened last Saturday for the live stream that happened and the follow-up from that, and then we got a Q&A. We also got some interesting stuff to talk about with YouTube and all of that, because I have actually determined that YouTube are discriminating against Thailand, and it's a fact. Have I had a bad week? Let's just say what a week that was. Yes, so, oh, look at that, we got 2. Oh, thank you guys, you took away the thumbs down and you've given me 2 more thumbs up. Oh, isn't that kind? Dear God. Why am I even bothered about... I don't know. Anyway. 5-0. Yes, where's Jane? I want to know where Jane is. Probably. Unfortunately, she didn't make it for the live stream on Saturday, which was disappointing. But then you can understand that where they were having internet problems, and yes, it didn't really work out in that way. The live stream went okay, apart from a few. Well, I say a lot, not a few, a lot of major problems with the live stream going off on its own. It wasn't supposed to start until 6, and it started immediately. I put the button on. I was supposed to meet up with Len beforehand to have a little chat, and then we were going to go live at 6, but it went live straight away. So obviously the oh look, what is going on? The 2 thumbs down have come back. Stop pissing around. And we lost the thumbs up. I'm not going to watch that anymore because that's annoying me. I'm just getting distracted by going to go back onto my own where are we? Where's the there we are, the comments page. Let me just go back on there, and I'm not going to look at that screen anymore because it's annoying. Right. So yes, we had a few issues with the why is that? Why, I'm having a few issues here. I don't know about anything else. Why is that? Why does that say paused? Can you tell me if you can see me? Because why is that? What the hell is going on? Sorry guys, I'm just confused because I don't know if I'm live or not. The actual thing is showing the intro again. Let me just get rid of that. Okay, it's all good. Right, okay, we're live then. That's fine. I shall ignore the other rubbish that's going on behind technology questions. Right, so let me just carry on where I left off. So, yeah, we had a few issues with the live stream starting, and then it wouldn't stop at the end. So when we finished everything, about an hour and I think it was about an hour and 45 minutes we did with Len, and then it wouldn't stop. There was no button to click. So of course it went on for about 3 hours, I think. In the end, I had to contact YouTube. Luckily for me, by the time they got their arses in gear, and it sort of fixed itself somehow. But obviously it's about 3 hours long, not an hour and 45 minutes. So of course it got a lot of hassle, a lot of thumbs down for being rubbish. However, it's also got thumbs down probably because of the subject matter. So we were talking about dating. Yes, it's a very mixed subject, that. Thailand dating. Yes, wow. Where do I start? You know, it's an idea. And it's only for those people that really need the help. If you're not one of those, then don't watch it. But it's had 300 views, so that's pretty good. And of course the idea is that obviously not only providing a service for those people that want it, if you're that way inclined and need somebody to hold your hand, as I felt I did, you know. Well, it's there, and 300 views or so, basically, with a watch time of an average of 5.5 minutes. So that's a pretty good watch time view rate, which helps with YouTube. Although YouTube are actually discriminating anyway, so it's not much point in worrying about that. Any videos from Thailand, or have the word Thailand in the title or in the comments box, are being demonetized even before they've even been made public. I've got videos that I've uploaded in the last few weeks. They've all got demonetized, either immediately they're uploaded or shortly after, or even a few days later. And I've contacted YouTube every single time. I sent them a screenshot of the video where they put the yellow orangey coloured pound sign thing, and I've said to them, why are you discriminating against Thailand, Asia even? Because there's nothing in the video and there's nothing in my title that would contravene the YouTube regulations. Like, you can't even mention the word GUN. You can't really say it, because if you do, you'll get demonetized. Even though, you know, it could be anything. It could be the one in the toilet, you know, the bum one, the bum shower thing, because that video got demonetized. I know that I heard last night Simon had problems with his video. He lost a load of money on that, which they are discriminating against. I mean, there's people like Warren and Chanya. They've had their videos demonetized. There's Simon as well. There's myself, and it just seems really suspicious, because none of my other videos, the one that you mentioned there, Ian, is my train video, which came out today. You know, and all you, I'm glad you enjoyed that video, because it was actually quite good fun making it. But it was purely based in the UK, and it didn't get demonetized, or not yet anyway, but it probably will do at some point. But the point is that everybody's problem, and they reckon that they're going to be doing less of it. In actual fact, I think it's getting worse. It's not getting better. But they can't even fix the chat window on live streams. As you saw at the very top of the screen there, I wrote that I wanted to write "Hello peeps," but it just would not put in "hello." And hello is not a swear word. Hello is not sort of a funny word that wouldn't get said or written. So I really can't understand why they will not let me put in "hello peeps." So, you know, why don't they fix that instead of around with stuff that they don't need to get around with? Excuse me. I nearly actually said it then. And then of course we'll get demonetized. Although there are some. I mean, there are some big people, like Casey and others who had their videos demonetized, and you know, you have to feel for them, don't you? I mean, they're already making loads of money anyway, so it probably won't hurt them. But the point is that YouTube really have no idea what the hell they're doing. But the thing is, they actually, unless they're really stupid, then they do realise that the creators like myself, we've got nowhere else to go, and it is going downhill fast. But where else do you go? I mean, I've got a vid.me, but I've got 15 people subscribed on that. You'll have to bear with it because there was only 9.6% drop friends, which is quite good. It's the time of day as well, so it's 6 PM. Everybody's coming home. A little tip, guys, is to stop it, let it run on a little bit, so you're a few seconds behind, because apparently that works. So let the put it on pause for a second or two, or 5 seconds, or 10, and then restart from play, and it should buffer it. And apparently that tip works quite well if you're having problems with it. So that was a tip I got from somebody the other day. He said that he had done it and it was perfect. So the YouTube thing, obviously when you have your video, you get 1 cent for it or 2 cents for it, depending on how many people watch it. In my case, not that many. But when they demonetize it, you don't get that money. They take it off you, even though they've given it you once. They actually take it from you. So whereas I had, I think I had £59 and 59 pence in my YouTube account, and I needed to get £60 in my YouTube account before they would pay me, and of course £59 59 pence, and then they took a load off me because they demonetized about half a dozen. Of course that went down to like 57, and of course I appealed it. Wait, but even appealing it, you can't really, because they say that you have to have 1,000 views. Well, hang on, I don't know any of my videos that have had that many views, so it will never get reviewed by them, because it will never reach the minimum limit. However, I've been very lucky that if I complain on email, they just get sick of me and they go back in there and they authorise all of my videos. So it's pointless. Why are they demonetizing them, like for Thailand, and then when you complain about it, they go in there and say, oh yeah, it's alright. Well, why not just do that in the first place? But there you go. You can never argue with YouTube, because they're just a pain in the arse. But as I say, where else can you go? Where else is there? People don't want to go on to any other platform. Then what can you do about it? Because I actually have vid.me, as I said earlier. I have basically what's the other one? Dailymotion and Vimeo. I've got Vimeo account, but I'm not going on there because you have to pay for it to make any sense of it. So what I'm playing with, guys, I'm actually playing with a idea that somebody came up with, one of my subscribers, and that is have a website with a portal, so that people that want to come on, they can come on there. If they're a patron, for example, then they get free entry, into the, because they're already paying for it. But the only way that you would be able to do it would be to have a sort of a pay portal, because of the cost of the hard drives. When you have a website, it's okay having a website because that's like a few hundred megabytes. But when you've got video, so look, I added up all my Thailand videos, and they were like, I think Series 3 was about 100 gigabytes. That's a hell of a lot of gigabytes to buy, to have to pay for. Of course, if you're doing that, then you want to be able to have a way of people getting to your videos, and really there isn't any way that you can do it that I can see at the moment. I have another idea which I think Simon put me on to, which was called Top Buzz, TOPBUZZ, topbuzz.com, which is it's a bit of a weird place because it's for creators to put videos on, but there's no way that I can see of that we can go on there to find out other videos. It's like your own videos and that's it. I haven't found a way around it. Maybe it's just me being a bit thick. It probably is actually, because it's been a week. It's been a hell of a week. So what with the live stream going a bit pear-shaped, and sort of all of that, and then of course the whole thing with YouTube a whole week, it's just really frustrating that. Oh, and yeah, and the other annoying thing that happened, you know, is I almost got to 600 subs on yesterday, but it's taken sort of, well, we're on today. We're on Wednesday, so yesterday it was 599, I think, and we were like, I was thinking, well, we might get to 600 before tomorrow, i.e. today, and I can put on here on my live stream, whoa, we've got 600 subs, fantastic, you know, and all of that, and go, well, pat myself on the back. However, for some unknown reason, I cannot fathom, it suddenly, I lost 5 subs. Okay, you know, people going, well, don't worry about that because it'll soon catch up. But the point is that it does matter because, yeah, you want to be going upwards. You don't want to be going backwards. It's like, well, but there's no logical reason for that. And I'm sure people will tell me, oh, don't worry about it. It's no problem. But I am sort of intrigued. And I decided that there is a way that you can go and have a look at your subs on your site, or so I thought. So I went up to YouTube, and anybody here who's a creator, you know, you'll know what I'm on about. You'll go on to your creator panel, and somewhere on there is subscribers. And of course, I went through there. I thought, oh, okay, well, there's nothing listed for 1 month. So my last sub was a month ago. But I'm pretty certain that I've had people join me in the last week. Go. Hello, welcome. Thank you. Well, don't worry about it. That's fine. There you go. There's another example of YouTube inefficiency. Right. Go's been and clicked the bell and didn't get the notification. So that's a little rubbish for a start, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. You're here now, Paul. Thank you. So I can't fathom the idea of where have my new subs gone, unless they're ones that are sub this week. So let's say we had 5 between Saturday and yesterday. 5 people joined. And they were all listed. I got all their names in email. Actually, they send you an email now. God, what a waste of time. Anyway, they send you an email, and I saw that there was 5 different people, and it went up to 599. I was thinking, wow, this is great. Anyway, we've lost 5. So I went in there and had a little look at the list of people, and the last the latest sub came from a month ago, I think it was. And I thought that's really strange. So they obviously don't get listed, or if they do get listed, then it's the same people that have subbed, and then unsubbed for whatever reason that may be. I don't know. Maybe it was a dating live stream. I don't know. Whatever, you know. I'm purely saying this because I am intrigued. I'm just interested. It's not because I care about it. You know, people will do whatever they want to do, but I just think it's really weird that we lost 5 in a day. Normally, when that happens, normally there's something else that happens, like you've uploaded a video or rant video, or you've made a comment somewhere, and they will get their knickers in a twist, and they'll, oh, well, we're going down to sub from him, blah blah blah, and all this. They're all cobblers. So it's not really a problem. It's just really weird that we went all the way up to that and then back down again. But we're on 594 at the moment, so that's pretty good compared to a month ago. And of course, what we are now, in a few days, hopefully we'll have some more stats for you to show you how we're doing, because we are making progress. It's slow progress, but we are making progress, which is good. And it's down to you guys out there, okay? So all you guys out there, if you can just spread the word, that'd be good. So unfortunately, yes, Jane wasn't there on the live stream, which I think was, it was sad really, because I think she would have made it a lot more exciting than just having 2 guys chatting. I mean, some of the questions that I got asked, and I'm going to ask you now to think about some things that you can ask me. But some of the comments afterwards I got was, well, you know, about his pedigree. Like, you know, he didn't mention anything about where he got his experience from. You know, what makes it good that you should go with him rather than any other agency. You know, and then the other biggest thing was the cost of it. Well, you know, you get what you pay for. If you're going to buy a cheap Charlie, then that's exactly what you'll get. And I personally didn't think it was that much compared to what I paid with my agency. You know, for the service that I got and what he's offering, it did sound like I should have gone with him, really. But there you go. I didn't know about it, honestly. I did do some research, and I did see that agency. However, there was 2 things with it. One was the fact that it all came across as being American, too American. All he did was people from America. There was hardly anybody from the UK. And I thought, well, it's obviously tailored for that market area. And the other thing was, because of my my condition, my back problems, I was looking for a bit more hand holding. You know, literally hand holding, trying to get me around. And he didn't really seem, I mean, he obviously will now, because I know that, but it also didn't seem like he would have done that. And of course, the other guy categorically said, don't worry about it, you know, there's no problem, we'll look after you. So that was the deciding factor. However, as with deja vu, with anything in life, you know, if you know what you know now, then you probably would do something different. So I think for newcomers to this idea, you know, if you want that hand holding, then it's probably that's the way to go, because you get the whole thing, the whole package. So guys, been chatting for 30 minutes. My God, where's the time gone? Yes, Whisperer, there was some issues around some of the contents, because I think when you put people on the spot, they do the Thai thing, don't they? They sort of bluff it out a little bit. So I know that he did mention about the UK visa. Somebody asked about that, and I didn't want to say anything to him on air, but I had a word with him afterwards, and basically I just mentioned that yes, it might not be for the US market, but the UK, you do have to have a minimum income. Hello, York's Kev. So the idea is, yes, I think that there was some little factual things there, which I think that we shouldn't judge it on that, because everybody makes mistakes. You know, everybody makes mistakes, including me, and you know, I can't remember everything. So, but you have to look at the quality of the product and the guarantee that he's offering you, rather than looking at individual nitpicking sort of. We have to remember, it's all too easy to pick on the faults of everybody. You know, everybody has faults. It's sort of what we're trying to get away from on my channel is the negativity that people bring. With the comments, for example, you'll notice that none of the people that are commenting negatively, even if they don't know that they're being they're writing negative stuff, is not getting published, because everything is now back into the moderating room, as it were, because I don't want to have the negativity. I'm trying to move away from that. I'm trying to move away and move forward. So if you've got something good to say, and we're not on about the fluffy stuff, if you've got something constructive to say about anything, so constructive stuff, if you've got an opinion, then you know we don't need to hear that. But if you've got some ideas or comments that you want to make, which aren't negative, because we don't really want that. Why do you want to hear negative stuff all the time? It's just so depressing. So that's why we've sort of got this moving forward thing with comments and videos, and certainly I'm not going to talk about people either. So if there's anybody here that, you know, comes on and they even in private, I would never be talking about other people, because you know it's not very nice. I've been at the other end of that. Yes, that's right, Farang. We did mention about that just now, about the UAVs, that the again, if you look at where the market area that he's been dealing with so far, it's been America, and he hasn't hardly done any. As he said, 90% of his clients were from America, but he's trying to open up to the UK market, and pardon me, and also the Australian market as well. So there's a lot of other areas he wants to do. So as I say, because of the nature of the market, they have a different process. They can bring their potential bride, they can bring them to the country for 90 days. I don't know, no idea how much it is for the UK, but it's probably very similar. They pay a small fee, I believe, but apart from that, the only criteria is that they have to get married within 90 days, or they have to go home. And then there's a time period of whatever it is before they can apply for the green card. I don't know anything about America at all. I don't know how it works. I've just seen it on telly. I've just seen it on the program on what channel was it on? It's on, oh crikey, it's the program called 90 Day Visa, or 90 Day Fiance. 90 Day Fiance. So who's Ronnie Conrad? I don't know who Ronnie Conrad is. Sorry. But I really enjoyed that program. It's pretty good. I don't know what channel it was on. It's on satellite. Freeview. It's on Freeview. Oh my goodness me. Anyway, 90 Day Fiance, because in series 2 or 3 they had a lady who was from Thailand, and she was lovely. I would have married her myself. She's a bit young though. But he went back to America with her, and they are apparently they're still together. So that's good. But that was a really good, interesting program. Gives you a full insight into how things work. But as I say, you're probably right there with the idea that there is some information that you could probably brush up on, and perhaps not say it until he's sure. It's probably better to be safe than sorry, really. Yes. So is there any questions you want to ask about that, or you can ask about the Thailand series? He used to run it. Oh, I see. Okay. Thai Anglo Marriage Agency in Bangkok. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Hello, Tom. Welcome. Yes, cold and wet, probably. Chiang Mai. Oh, hey. Oh, guys. Have you seen? I had a bit of a shock. Old Rowan Munro is back in vlogging. Obviously he shut his channel down a while back now, but he had loads of subs, and he's restarted as a new channel. I believe it's called Thailand Commentary. So it's worth, if you're interested in what Rowan did, then you can pop in and have a look, because I think he needs some support. He's only got a few videos on at the moment, but they're all sort of what he does best, really, I think, is having a chat about things. Of course, seeing Tom there with Chiang Mai, it reminded me, because he's up that way in Chiang Rai, isn't he? So he's up in that area of the country. He featured in Louis Theroux. That must be quite recent then, because hasn't he just done that series? I'm sure I've seen something about that. Although I can't remember, because I don't really watch TV that much now. I haven't got time. I've got all these videos to edit. So the questions Q&A, and we've got some chat about. You can chat about Thailand Adventure 4 if you wish. Oh, 2001. Okay, righty. What was I doing in 2001? Oh, that's a long time ago. So, do we know if it's still going? Probably not. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Len didn't take it over. It sounds like it could be Thai Anglo marriage. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me. Not sure. But I did have a look around. When I was looking around, I did have a look around, all around everywhere. And you have to be aware, because some of them are actually rubbish. They really are. They're just out to make a few quid. I shan't mention mine. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're one of the questions that I got answered is got asked was why am I doing that video, that live stream, and working with, hello James, and why am I working with Len and all of this? Well, it goes back a little while. If you can imagine that little sort of wavy picture thing, and go back in time. Yes, so go back in time to about let's say 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, and me and Simon, okay, and we get together and we think, well, we've got some ideas. And of course, this chappie Len came along on the scene, and we were going to work with him for a long time. Anyway, what happened was me and Simon got Thailand Disc, so it never sort of happened, the agency thing, and we were gonna sort of do this live stream, set up a website, and then promote the agency, basically to try and get some customers. for which we would have got a commission. So obviously we're not doing it for nothing, because we're not a charity, and because of YouTube we have to get money from elsewhere. So basically we're gonna, if anybody signs up for it, it doesn't come out of your money, it comes out of his. So it's a commission that we get. And if you watch the video, the live stream, down the bottom it would say paid promotion, paid where it says paid promotion thing on the bottom, so that we actually declare our interest before we started with that. Of course, as you know, Simon's gone on to Thailand desk, and he actually gave me the opportunity to run with it. So that's what I'm doing, I'm running with it. So whether it works or not is entirely up to you, but you know, either way, it was already planned. We'd already planned to do it, and basically we didn't want to waste an opportunity to just see how things go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, it does, and it probably means that I'll be able to afford to go to Thailand. So if there is no pressure, there is no pressure for anybody to even go and have a look at the website. There's only a sign up form. Oh my god, that brings me on to the other thing. What a week that was. Oh my god. Anybody here, if you do websites, that's why I've got no hair, because we have this website done, which is landofsmilesdating.com, landofsmilesdating.com. Now this is where you go to sign up. Of course, I'm sat there on Sunday, Monday, thinking we haven't got any sign-ups. Now they must have had one sign-up, at least one sign-up. Anyway, I found out that the software that we're using on the website isn't working. Oh my god, what a week. Anyway, so I contacted the software people to see why. And they told me, oh, you haven't registered it. It's like, because what we did was we had to copy over all of the files over to a new domain name, because I couldn't use the old one. So landofsmilesdating.com is the new website domain. So we copied over all the files. They said you haven't registered, and confirmed the name. Anyway, I said, well, this is where we are. Me and Simon were going to do it, and then he went off and did something else. He gave it to me, and now I'm doing it on my own. So can you sort it out? Of course, the answer was, well, okay, tell me more. What do you do? Well, it's a sort of a dating front end, like a landing page. It's not really a dating site, it's a landing page, and it redirects people to go to the agency. So she said to me, oh, well, normally we ask dating agencies to have a dedicated IP address. Now I'm thinking to myself, dedicated IP address, that sounds very expensive. And if you know what I'm on about, any of you guys out there who are IT people, you'll know that basically what they wanted me to do was have a IP address that they can trace, so it doesn't do emails that are anonymous emails, because normally with domain names they are multi, so you can have many different websites on the same email, on the same IP address. So it can be that you can hide, where they're coming from, as it were. Of course, they don't allow that as part of their software package. So I said to them, well, how do we get around this? They said, go and get an IP address. Here's where you go. And I went and had a look, and it was 100 quid. So I went back into them and I said, well, there's no way we can afford to do that. We haven't got any money. We're just starting out. We're just hoping that it will take off. So I'm going to spend 100 quid on that. They said, well, there's no other option apart from going somewhere else. So I went, okay, well, we'll go somewhere else then. So they lost out on a customer, but however, even when Simon was with me, it would have gone tits up anyway, put it that way. So I've had to spend the last 2 days trying to find another way to sign up, and I haven't found one yet. So unfortunately, when you go on there, all you'll see is a message saying, please email me your details so I can pass on the website address to you. And of course, that's the only way around it at the moment. It's a complete cock-up. It really is a complete cock-up. And there I was thinking that we were doing quite well, and no, not gone that way at all. So it's a bit disappointing this week. And of course, it's only Wednesday. It's only Wednesday, and it's already gone wrong. Oh well, never mind. So, guys, have we got any questions that you want to ask? Any Q&A or any comments on Thailand Adventure 4 or anything else that you want to ask? Or even dating agency, I don't know. How come well, this is a very good question, Yorks Kev. They're not really regular. They're whenever. And, I mean, the last one was last Saturday for the dating thing. So I promoted that. It wasn't really a regular live stream. My last live stream was probably 2 weeks ago. On a Saturday, so I didn't do one on the Wednesday last week. So it might be that we get one on a Wednesday and one on a Saturday. I don't know. You know, guys, sometimes I don't feel like doing them, to be honest with you, because of all this other stuff that's going on that I'm not telling you about, that I can't. Well, I don't want to. Pardon me, I didn't really want to discuss it, really, because it's personal and private. So you just have to bear with me and believe me when I say that if you knew what I knew, you'd probably say, well, okay, that's understandable. But really, sometimes I get home and I don't feel like doing anything. I just feel like, you know, nothing. I don't feel like anything at all. And if I'm going to do a live stream, I've got to be in the right sort of frame of mind, because I want to come across to you in the right way, because I really, you know, you don't want to sit here and watch me being all depressed and miserable. You want somebody here having a chat and sort of talking positive. So it's really very random at the moment, and because of the issues the other week when I said that we weren't going to do them anymore, I got a lot of stick for that. But hey, you know, whatever. So Yorks Kev, you'll just have to click the bell and get the. Oh no, you probably won't, because it'll come up late. Like Go said it 25 minutes late. So anyway, but you know, if you do click the bell, then you do get notified, even if it is half an hour late. Thailand Adventure 4, yeah, we're on episode 17, part 1, and part 2 is out tomorrow. This is when we went to Tapanom and met up with Chuck. Now, for you guys that like Chuck, there is a special one that's going to be broadcast after the series finishes. So day 22, I think it is the last one. So after that, then there'll be half a dozen or so special episodes I've done. One of them is with Chuck, and it's the full thing. It's the whole lot. So it's basically all of the conversation that's not in the episode, all of the other stuff that we did. So, you know, yeah, I've got a lot of videos, haven't I? A lot of videos to watch. Yes. So your Go, your BB Press for your login manager. Yeah, I don't think that's very good. I think I had a forum, and oh God, where's my chat window gone? Well, that's interesting, Mr. Bender. I don't see how you can be on here because I thought I banned you last time, and I haven't released the name. So I'm presuming if that is really you, then you'll say hello again and tell me it's true, because I don't believe it, unless YouTube is playing up, which it probably is. Wayne, the answer to your question is it would be very nice to be paid. The problem is with my number of subs and the problems with YouTube, probably never going to happen. So that's why we have to look at other things like the dating agency and all of that. I'm fine, thank you, Greg. So yes, I don't know how you got on here, but that's interesting. Yes, it's probably pseudonym. It could be, unless it could be you. It could be true, and YouTube is playing silly buggers, because it definitely is. Ah, wait, I know why. I know how you got round it. Greg, you're a naughty boy. I know. You've actually got your name as Greg Bender, and the other one name that you had, which was just Greg, that was the one that was banned. So yes, it is real. It is actually Greg. So hello. Well, that's, you're more than welcome if you're going to be polite and chat. Then I don't have a problem. And yeah, so there you go. That's how it works. It's quite weird, really. So what was I saying? Where are we? Oh yes, so 17, and it goes up to 22. Episode 22. Oh, day 22 actually. Day 22. So yeah, Greg, how many accounts have you got then? Because I mean, I don't think you could can you? I don't know how that works, because if you rename an account and it's already banned, how does that affect it? I don't know how it works. I'd not come across it before, because it's a unique situation. So I don't know. It's a bit weird, that. There you go. So you've just what's I saying? Oh yes, 22. And any questions about Thailand Adventure 4? Oh, just this one. So you have just one account. I've got one account. I've got 5 other channels, 6 altogether. 6 channels, all with different videos on. If you're interested, there's lots of options. If you go into the product review, I've got a product review. I've got a ranting channel. I've got talking really. I've got the what's the other one? Training courses. There's a course there for OBS, which has just started. Yeah, lucky me. And of course, how many is that? That's 1, 2, 3. Oh, and my health channel as well. My health channel. It's a very interesting article on that. If you're interested in health, regarding what's it? Oh, blood pressure. Yeah, because I was told I had high blood pressure. Purely, but they haven't bothered to tell me why I had high blood pressure. But the reason was sleep apnea. So if you have a problem snoring, please go and get yourself checked out, because it could be sleep apnea, and what will happen is you will develop high blood pressure. And unfortunately, guys, there's no symptoms for high blood pressure. There is, once it's got really past the point of no return, then you'll get headaches and you'll get dizzy, but there's no you will not have any idea that you have high blood pressure until you test yourself. So get yourself a tested to see if you have normal blood pressure or not, because it's a silent killer. Yes, I do get upset purely because of the apathy of the parent. As a parent, if I had my own children, then I would take their education seriously. But the problem is that the parent doesn't care. Yes, sorry about that, Paul. It is quite late for you. Well, yes, there is that point. High blood pressure rather than no blood pressure. Pretty logical. So yes, I do get very frustrated when the parent is in the house and just really does nothing about it. And this is partly apathy, but also partly because he doesn't really care about them. He has a third child by another lady, as we all know, that's Fern, and basically he's more interested in that new child than his 2 other children. And I can't really say anything because I'm an outsider and I don't speak Thai sufficiently well that he would be bothered. But the other thing is that he has a real temper on him, and so the problem is that when I've actually witnessed his temper, and in the past he has accidentally or whatever, he has broken the younger boy's arm by whatever method it was. I don't know whether he maybe grabbed hold of him or whatever, but the poor boy has a plaster on his arm for 6 months, and yeah. So Wayne, we're I know Greg is here, and he's more than welcome, providing that he is polite to everybody, including me. Then, but we're not actually going to be talking about other bloggers. We're not going to be talking about e-begging or even anybody else in reference to any of that. Okay, Wayne? So just to make the ground rules that we, like I said earlier, if you missed it, then I'll repeat it. We're only going to have positive, you can make a comment as long as it's positive. Not really interested in any of your sort of negative attitudes, comments or whatever. You know, and even that word, we're not even going to mention that, Greg. Alright? So, you know, we want positivity. There's too much nastiness in the world. We have to try and rise above it. Yes, that's right, Tom. They come because they were truanting and they were truanting because the parents don't care, or the parent didn't care, and they just turn around to them, and when the kids say, I don't want to go to school, they just say okay, and that's it. No argument. Now, the youngest boy had a hell of a lot of time off, and my question to my wife was, why don't you, if he doesn't want to go to school, then why doesn't somebody find out why he doesn't want to go to school? Maybe there was a bullying problem. Maybe he didn't get on with the teacher. Because usually there's a reason for children not wanting to go to school. Okay? Okay, Greg. Cheers. Thank you for coming. Nice to talk to you. Now, if you like that, Greg, you can come back anytime you like. All right, so there you go. There's an offer that you can't refuse. But you are welcome. Okay, sleep well. It is about, what is it, 2 in the morning over there. So, yeah, so the truancy thing is the same as the UK, to be fair, that if your child doesn't go to school, then they will come out and find you. And I don't know about fines, but I know that they were very, very concerned. There was a lot of video that I didn't put on it that shows you what was going on behind all of that, and they were taking photos. And I think it's also about the welfare of the child. So they were taking photos of the children with the teachers. I presume that's to prove that they're still okay, that they're still alive. Because I don't know if there's any social services or anything like that. So it is quite difficult for me to understand why they were doing it. But I can appreciate that they hadn't been to school. So, that's why. And they were concerned. But I say, the children don't have I would say, a valuable influence anymore. If I was there living there full time, then I would probably make sure that they have a male figure to sort of look up to and to sort of guide them. Because I think that the youngest one just throws a tantrum every time it doesn't want to do anything at all. There's no sort of child sort of correcting them. There's no sort of telling them off and saying, well, don't do that. I mean, in the end, what was happening with the younger boy, and he would throw a tantrum, and I would look at him, and I would just look at him like this, and he would look at me, and he would stop. It's quite good, because he knew that I didn't take any messing, and that I didn't stand for any of his tantrum, because he's only 5-6 years old, so it's a time when you have to impose some discipline. So there is the other thing, Wayne, is ploy. Now, you can apply the same things to her, but obviously she is 12 years old now, so she's not really the same age as the two boys. But again, she doesn't really have that parental influences in the same way that a child with parents around, because her mother actually doesn't live there anymore. They did for a while. If you remember Series 3, Mum, and also she has moved on, and she has a new boy who is 5 years old. So basically, she has a new family. So her old family, which is Ploy, she doesn't really worry about anymore. So it's sort of devolved parenting. So actually, because she's female, she has a place within the matriarch system in the family. So she's looked after by the mother, or the grandmother, as it were. So the grandmother and the other female members of the family. So because the other two are boys, they really have no parental sort of male figure to look up to. So I think that's why. But she is really, really a really lovely girl, and she really cares about everybody. And you know, she looks after me quite well. You know, she quite often come and give me some bottled water. She will get my shoes off the rack for me. She'll come and go everywhere with me, and she'll hold my hand, make sure I don't fall over. And she's such a lovely girl. And I think the first time I went, I think it was the first time, maybe the second time I went to Thailand, I took her to the ice cream shop, and I tell you what, I took the boys, and I took Ploy, and fair enough, there's a language problem, okay, but she actually went out of her way to get something translated. So she asked my wife for her phone so she could translate using Google Translate, and she translated "thank you very much" into English. And she come over to me. She said, look at this, and it was "thank you very much," and I was so chuffed. I really was, that basically being thanked for taking her to the ice cream shop. It was really weird, and I felt like, wow, she's such a lovely girl, such a polite girl as well. But again, no parental sort of guidance, unfortunately. But luckily for us, she's a good girl and she knows right from wrong, which is a good thing. So yes, and I love kids. I really do love kids, but it's just so frustrating. When you see a situation that you can't actually do anything about. It's very, very difficult. So but that's family life. And yes, I think that because we've only got in my family, there's only one youngster left. So he's 12 now. So, but as with all English families, you tend to live apart. Even though we are in the same town, I don't ever see him, which is sad, really, because you should make the effort. You're only young once. If you remember, we went. I did a video with him. We went to Minehead. I don't know if anybody's watched that video, but it was a little while ago. I think it was April. We went to Minehead for the weekend, and we gave him a shout out because he has a little channel, which I thought was. And actually, looking at his channel now, he's got loads more subs. In fact, I think he's got more than me. But he does what does he do? He does Minecraft videos. So if you're into Minecraft videos, then maybe I don't know how many. What he tends to do is tend to make a video, put it up on YouTube, and then delete it. I don't think that's the idea. Yeah, that's it. YouTube gaming channel. Yes, Barry, that's the one. And I haven't looked lately, but normally I get notifications of uploads and things from him. But yes, it's family life, eh? Family life. So, any questions about anything or Thailand Adventure 4? It's been a long time, hasn't it? We've been dragging it out a bit, but we do have a couple more surprises coming up. A couple more surprises later on in the the last what are we on, 18, 19, 20, yeah, last 4 days. God. When have I got time to do Minecraft games, eh? Increase those subs. Yeah, well, I was hoping that this OBS series might take off, but It's had a few. Had a few. But it's on the other channel, so you won't see it here. Unfortunately, you have to go over to the other channel. Have I? I'm just trying to think. Have I said everything that I was going to say? Because okay, Ron. Cheers. Thanks for coming, mate. That's very kind of you. Thank you for support. And if you can, give us a thumbs up. It'd be brilliant. And if you're watching it later, hi, Ron. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, so kind. And Ron, do Ron. Yeah, that's the song, isn't it? Da-do, Ron, da-do, Ron. Who sang that? There's a quiz for you. Da-do, Ron, da-do, Ron. That's going to bug me all night. Can't. Did you video? Yes, I did. Well, I didn't record some of the plane trip. Basically because of the things I had when I went out there. They got a bit shirty about filming on Thai Airlines. I don't know why. I think it's probably my fault. But I did get a little bit, and also when I got home as well, you'll see that it's flipping nightmare. Absolutely. Did it feel more like a oh yeah, Ronettes, that's right. Like, thanks, Wayne. Yes, it was no, not this time. It actually felt quite good this time, Wayne, because I mean obviously Series 3, yeah, I would say, oh, is it the Crystals or Ronettes? I don't know whichever it is. Anyway, one of the two. It's a song for Ron. And I don't mean later on. Well, I do because he'll be watching it later. So hi, Ron. Yes. So Series 3 was a real stretch, but this time, yeah, okay. I think the problem is when you're stuck in one area, like from 18 onwards, 18, 19, 20 and 21. It's going to be 3 days there where you're going to probably go, God, this is boring. You didn't do anything. But then by the time you get to that point of the holiday, you know, I mean, we've done a hell of a lot of stuff. And we've been pretty much everywhere. So it's very difficult to keep the momentum going when you're on a like a holiday where you want to film it. You feel obliged that you have to keep on going and doing stuff, and sometimes all you want to do is just have a sit down. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Ron. That's very kind. Do Ron. Thank you. Yes. So holiday, yes, but okay, it was good. And some eye-openers on the last day for Rang Travels. Eye-openers in London. Oh my goodness. Yes, you're right, Barry. It was driving was becoming on trip 3. Driving was becoming very, very annoying. It was just the frustration of traffic, and as I put it, the idiot drivers you have to put up with. Yes, I think I was very aware this time round that we was a bit more conscious about. There's nothing you can do about the driving standard. The standard is what the standard is. They're going to drive like stupid people, and you just have to get used to it and get on with it, because if you start letting it worry you, then you're just going to high blood pressure. Oh wait, hang on, I got high blood. No, I haven't actually. By the way, guys, I've managed to bring it down. And if you want to find out, then you can go on to my health channel, and you'll see why. But besides the point, the idea of this trip was to chill out, and I think the deadline and the schedule was a lot better, because I I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I think that I planned it a bit better. I would like to have done a little bit more down in Bangkok area, but that's the next time, next trip. Next trip's going to be Bangkok area. We're going to have Bangkok area. We're going to do Hua Hin. We're going to do Kanchanaburi. We're going to do maybe down to what's it called? Oh yeah, Pattaya. Okay. Go and see my mate Kev. Hi Kev. Actually, I found out today that he's subbed to my channel. Wow. That's brilliant. I didn't know that. And also Warren and Chania subbed to my channel. Wow. I've got some big bloggers subbed to my channel. Oh, by the way, guys, what's this all about then? Because I want to know. My stat says that when people watch my video, there's only 60% of people who are subbed, and it's 40% who are unsubbed or not subbed. So I just wondered why that was. People who, obviously, most of you lot are probably subbed, but I'm just interested to know. If you're watching my channel and you can't keep on coming back watching the videos, then why not sub? That's a good idea, isn't it? Let's have a sub. Oh, Barry, don't do that to me. That's naughty. How dare you go to all of those places? Yes, I know what you mean. But you can see the idea of that schedule. It's quite good. It's quite doable, isn't it? Why don't you just go down to Hua Hin as well? Hua Hin. Or even, what's the other one? Oh God, my brain's gone. The other one, the Farang, the non-Farang one. Oh God, it's gone. Somebody help me out. Non-Farang is where the Thai people go on the weekends, up from Hua Hin. My brain is fried. I've had a busy day. I've been to the hospital teaching. Chat that's the one. Yes. Thank you, Kev. God, I should know that. I should know that because I was going to go there. There you go. So, yeah, Chatham, and you could go there. That's quite nice. Why, is it broken? The ferry? I thought it was a brand new ferry. I don't mean brand new as in just made. I mean brand new as in service. Going across to Pattaya. Yeah, it's a bit strange. So I forgot what I was. Oh yeah, I went to the mental health hospital today. It's one of my locations. So it's all you then, Farang. It's all your fault. You're making up 40% of my video views on your smart TV. Yes. Oh, it's good. Obviously, you then get my face very, very big on your TV, which is probably very scary. Oh yes. Well, with the weather, Barry, if it's not running every day or every time, it's raining a lot, isn't it? So probably not going to run. So that's a pity. Oh yeah, Wayne. Yes, go and watch my video. I've been there, done that. Been on the train as well. If you're going to go on the train, please allow a whole day. Okay, it is a whole day trip. If you want to go all the way to the end, Nam Tok, and back, and what you can do is stop off, so you can get off and have a look round and get back on the next train. It's quite good. So yeah, it's a lovely place. Very, very solemn place. Very, very yeah, you sort of feel like you need to be quiet when you're there. Yeah, and the town itself is brilliant. I would, if I was going to live somewhere, I would probably live there. It's really nice. It's got everything you need. It's like any other town though, isn't it? But you know, I think I get the vibe there. When you go to a place and you think, oh, this is not very nice here, you get that vibe. Oh, taking the drone, eh? Whoa! Yes, get some footage of the bridge. Yes, Wayne, that was exactly what I was trying to say. So you said it in one line. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Was that, you know, it's like when you visit a war memorial grave or whatever. You know, you feel that sort of feeling. And how many people died there. It's just shocking, absolutely shocking. So, oh yes, I was talking about the today's classes. So, as you know, I teach exercise, or Tai Chi, or whatever you want to call it, Qigong, and my once a month classes. I go into the mental health hospital in Salisbury, and they have two different places in there. They have one which is for day patients sort of coming in and staying for a short time, and they can go in and come out on their own. And then the other part of it where they are locked up, basically they are put in there as a part of the court, so they get sectioned and they get put in there because they are severely mentally ill. And obviously when we go in there, we have to sign in, and we have to have a alarm around our neck just in case there's any trouble. Never had a trouble in all of the 9 years that I've been going in there. However, you know, you're always aware that these people can turn very quickly. In fact, I had one time, luckily for me, I was on the other side of the door to them, and they kicked off about me. It was like, your fault, it's all your fault, I'm like this, and it's like, you know, I'm going to back your head in, and I'm going to do this, and blah blah blah. Anyway, so it did really shock me at the time, because I wasn't expecting it, and it was directed directly at me. But the funny thing was that half an hour earlier, the guy had been in my class saying how wonderful I was, and you know, he really enjoyed it, and it gave him benefit, and yeah, so completely turned to the opposite side of it. So I do that every month for the NHS, and today's session we had in the secure unit, we had one person, and he was a lovely chap. I'd seen him before in there a few years ago, and he took part, and yeah, he sort of lasted the whole session, and then he said, oh, I've got to go now, so he left. That's fair enough, because they do that, they sort of get bored and then they go. But the guy who was in charge there with me, he said, I was really shocked and surprised, because I thought he might have lasted 5 or 10 minutes, but he lasted nearly the hour, and I am absolutely very shocked that you managed to do that with him, that you worked with him. He was engaged the whole time, he was taking part, he was asking questions, and he really enjoyed it, and I felt really happy about that. Because what I do is help people. I mean, people might not appreciate what I do, but my heart is always, I'm trying to help other people. even though perhaps sometimes people don't help me. And I'm not just referring to anybody in particular, whatever. It's just in life. I don't really have any sort of close friends like that you could sort of, you know, you've already probably got people that you go out with and you talk to and you can hang around with, and they're like your best mate sort of thing. Throughout my life, I've never really had that. I've never really bonded with anybody in that way, but so I dedicate my life to sort of giving back to people. So you'll find me, I mean, I did a lot of work with children over the years, helping them overcome sort of bullying and improving their self-esteem, as it were. So I've told you about this one particular guy who came to me. He was 8 years old, and he'd had a really rough time with another karate instructor. I don't know if I told you this story, but I'm sure I have. But he was 8 years old, and he had his personality changed by this other guy bullying him, verbally bullying, physically bullying, and of course, when you're bullied, you tend to keep it to yourself. You don't like to tell people, and this is what they rely on. And he was a bully, this instructor. I mean, in the end, he got done for it, but that's not the point. The point is that this guy, this chap, young boy, 8 years old, he actually really enjoyed karate, and he didn't really want to give it up, but he just couldn't handle the bullying. Anyway, I have my club. I was fairly new in the area. The other instructor gave me a lot of stick for teaching. He just said, "You can't teach. You're not allowed to teach. You know, why would somebody with a disability be able to teach karate and all of this?" And in fact, when I got my black belt, my first black belt, he came up to me afterwards and he said, "You didn't deserve that." And I thought, that is very rude and very nasty. And I did really get very upset about that. But, you know, knowing him as I do, I knew why. Because my record of teaching went on to be really good. So this guy joined this boy joined my group, and I trained him 3 times a week in the class. He had no confidence, and he was always sort of worried about doing things wrong. Now, I had to build him up again. I had to build up his confidence, and it took a lot of work. Of course, I was working with his father, and I kept him father informed and what we were doing and the progress we made, and eventually we put him in for his black belt, but we didn't tell him. we just put him in for the exam. It wasn't me, by the way. If you're thinking it wasn't me doing the exam, it was somebody else. But we put him in for it, and he didn't know he was doing his black belt until the very end. And then we said, "Well done, here's your black belt." And he went, "Oh my God," because it was his dream. His dream was to get a black belt. His dream in life, well, I say his dream, one of his dreams was to get a black belt. Then he carried on training for another 2 years. So once you get your black belt, it's a 2-year gap for your second dan. Anyway, so 2 years go by, he's training, he's actually helping me teach the kids in the class. I always get the black belts to help me because it's a way to learn. but he did a really good job. He had a really good way with the kids. Anyway, so he took his second Dan and he passed it. So there he is. He's about 12, maybe, don't know how old he was. He must have been, going on for 11 or 12 at least. So it was slightly longer than 2 years between the grades, but that was his choice. He didn't feel ready for it. So he carried on training, and so he was a teenager by then. He was second Dan, and eventually, as teenagers do, they have exams and they have other interests. They have girls, and karate. He said he can't come anymore. He got too much homework to do. Well, I said, fair enough, come back when you're ready. If you want to come back, that's fine. But what I discovered was that his dream was to become a Royal Marine, a Green Beret. And I am very, very pleased to say that he did it. He passed the test and he got the Green Beret, and he was deployed to Afghanistan the first time round. So I don't know what year that was, 2001, something like that, somewhere around that year, 2001. But he served with the Royal Marines in Afghanistan, and then I lost touch. Next thing I know, he's back home. He popped into the club in his uniform, and it was such a proud moment. Because I knew this boy when he was 8 years old, and he was a quivering wreck. He'd been made into this quivering wreck of a boy that had no confidence and had been bullied. But here he was, a Green Beret, and I had to look up to him because he was actually taller than I was by that time. So yeah, and that was obviously, things happened over the years, and surprise, surprise. So he actually achieved his dream, his second dream. First dream was to get the black belt, and then second dream was to have this Green Beret. And I was so chuffed for him, so chuffed. But a couple of years later, if you wind on, we're on Facebook. I don't know what year it was, but there he is on Facebook. Wow, this is spooky. So I get onto his Facebook page, and we're Facebook friends on there. And I discovered that he's now a civilian. He's got a good job, and he's actually married with 2 children of his own. And I'm thinking, wow, I feel very old. I feel very, very old. But for me, the whole point about this story I'm telling you is that comes round full circle, because he doesn't teach karate, but he teaches rugby, and he teaches children to play rugby, and obviously he plays rugby himself. But for me, he's come full circle from being a student into being a full-blown teacher, even if it's not karate. But I feel very, very sort of privileged and proud, and he is one of my success stories, as it were. But they're all like that. They're all like that, guys. So I feel so humbled that I've had this influence over somebody, that I've passed on this knowledge, and this is what I do, guys. So I'm telling you because I want you to know more about me, and you can't really know me by just watching a video. I can't give you who I am on a video. So yeah, boy into a good man, a really, really good man, and a family man, and still a friend, still a friend of me. And yeah, we have a good laugh every now and again, but I don't think it's not even a one-off, Wayne. It's not even a one-off with this chap, because I was teaching 200 plus a week people. At my club, I had 5 different venues. I was doing 6 nights a week, and I had a full-time job. So I had literally thousands of people coming through, and I think my record of black belt people. Hello, cowboy. How are you, mate? Welcome. I think I had about 70 people pass black belt. 70 people passing black belt in total, and of those 70, I had about one, two, three. I had about 4 go on to do second dan, and I had, out of those 4, I had 1 go on to do third dan. And of course, I currently hold 6th dan, if you're interested. So my grade is 6th dan black belt. I'm not telling you to brag about it. I'm telling you because that is what I am. And I earned my grades. I didn't get given my grades like some people do. They just wake up one morning and say, "Oh, I think I'll be a 7th dan today." Like I had to earn it. Whether I do my 7th dan ever, I don't know yet, because my back problems. So hello, Ray. How are you doing, mate? Lovely to see you here. Loving your vlogs, especially when you mention me. Only joking. Only joking. So, any questions, guys? Because we are on 1 hour and 38 minutes already. It's gone quick. It's gone real quick. Oh, I'm exhausted actually. No. Right, so how it works is your first dan, okay, you'll probably take 3 or 4 years maybe. Some people vary. So I had 3 years. So that's your first dan. Then you have to wait 2 years for your second dan. And then you have to wait 3 years for your third dan. You have to wait 4 years for 4th dan. All the way up to 10th dan, where you have to wait 10 years. However, there's only nine dans really, to be honest with you. If you're 10th dan, then you are head of the system that you belong to. So yes, time flies. And it's very late, isn't it, Paul? Sorry about that. You're in China. It must be about 3 in the morning by now. So if you add all that up, you cannot be, you have to be, let me think, you have to be over 50 to do, what the hell is that? I'll delete that for you. There you go. It's gone. We don't want any of that nastiness, so I had to delete a message. So you guys didn't actually see that message because it didn't come up, but there was a message there I had to delete. So to do, I think it's to do 6th dan, you have to be over 50. So you cannot be younger than 50. Yes, don't worry, Wayne. It works out to be a flipping long time. Put it that way. If you go from 1 to 10, it's a long time. So if we add it up, we've got 3, 5, 8, 12, 17, 23. That's 6 Dan. That's 23 years after to get to 6 Dan to 23. 7 Dan is 30. So 38. 47. So 47 years to get to 9th Dan if you begin at 1st Dan. So it's a lot of hard work and a lot of work to do it. I must be desperate to finish them. What do you mean, Ian? I'm not that desperate, because I think you mean, and I want to get the next grade up. No, because basically you realise that it's not about your belt, because your belt holds your trousers up. It's about knowledge, and until you actually begin training in martial arts, you'll not know what that means. Dan is a Japanese word for senior grade. Desperate Dan. Yes, very good. So when you get past 6th or 7th Dan, it's about knowledge. It's about what you do. It's about what you give back. So if you are a 6th Dan, it's likely that you'll be teaching and you'll be training whenever you can, but you will be passing on your knowledge to other people, which I do. I don't do it as often as I should because of my health, but I do occasionally do like training courses with students and that. So to get my 7th Dan, I would also have to be awarded it by a body, a governing body. So for me, at the moment, it's just about it's just a belt. It's just a grade. It doesn't mean the same thing that your first black belt does. Because when you get up in the grades, it's not as important. It doesn't mean the same thing. When you get your first black belt, you're all very happy and you think, oh my God, I've worked 3-5 years and I've done the exam and I've got my black belt. Fantastic. But the problem is that people do that and they get to that point and then they pack it in. I mean, if you think about it, I've had 1,000 people come through and 60, 70 of people pass their black belt. I can probably count the number of people that are still teaching now on one hand. In fact, no, I can count it on one thumb. There's only one person out of all of those people, apart from me, that are still teaching. And so you can see that a lot of people give up. They get to the black belt level and then they give up, which is sad because it's a hell of a job trying to get there, and then they give up. So there you go. You've learnt something about me. In fact, you've learnt quite a lot about me tonight. So I hope that's been interesting to you. As I say, I don't think you can get that from a video, especially when it's about like travel or Thailand or whatever. So I hope you enjoyed that tonight, because I've enjoyed telling you. It's been quite good. Any questions? Because we're going to start to wrap it up. Any questions or comments? Remember, comments are positive comments. I don't know who that was. I don't know who that was I banned. Can't get off the toilet. I lose my ass and it's stinky. Of course, here. It's quite a funny comment actually. But but I can't have it on there because it's rude. And in actual fact, that's the point, because on the channel there's actually banned words, and I'm just wondering why. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I understand now. Can you talk to through Thailand Wonderful before you go? Thank you, Opsmeister, or Opsmaster, as it were. Thank you, Paul. I look like Eric Morecambe. Wayne, what would you like to know about 1 to 4? What exactly specifically would you like to know? Because they're all pretty good. They're all pretty unique. I think if you watch them all, you'll discover that I've grown quite a lot. I've grown quite a lot in my my knowledge of Thailand and my my video editing skills, which is always good. I think I've got the idea, the hang of it now. But I also have a better understanding of Thailand culture, and I would. Oh my God, we'll be here till Christmas. Oh dear. I tell you what, here's the task. Just go onto my channel and start episode 1, and you'll be here forever. Anybody got a calculator? Because we can work it out, right? So there's about 28 episodes in the first one. That's 28 times 25. So work that out, somebody. And then series 2 was about 28. Again, that'll be the same number, so about 25 minutes per episode. Thailand 3 was slightly better. I think I did about 20. Did I do more? I think I did more. Yeah, so quite a lot of minutes. Quite a lot of minutes. Oh, Cowboy. I met my wife all those years ago because I went to this agency, which isn't very good, up in Udon Thani. And long story short, it was the last ditch when I wasn't very well. I was recovering from back surgery. And I went on this last ditch adventure to try and find somebody, because it wasn't really it wasn't a one-off thing that I just decided to go to Thailand and find a wife. If you have listened carefully to what I've been saying over the years on this channel, it feels like years, it's probably not, it's only about a month, but I've been to 2 years before that. I was planning on trying to find a wife, and I'd gone to Ukraine. I'd gone to Kharkov in the Ukraine to try and find a wife. Again, that was an agency, and I actually discovered that the agency was a scam. So I didn't get scammed, because I scammed the scammer, as it were, but I discovered that they were a fraud. So I came home disappointed, basically, because I was looking for a nice Eastern European lady. I should have gone to Poland, really, shouldn't I? I should have gone to Poland. I would have got a lady straight away. There you go. I didn't. I went to the Ukraine. Anyway, the year after, which was 2012, I went to Moscow in Russia, and again I went to try and find a lady. Now I did it in a slightly different way. I used a website. I'm sure it was like Thai dating, or like a website like that, but obviously for Russia. I can't remember the name of it now, but I met quite a few ladies and I came away again disappointed because they were only about the money. They were all about, you know, how much money we've got, and I said nothing, got nothing. So obviously they weren't interested. So in the end, end of 2012, my back started playing up. So I had all of 2013 where I could hardly walk. So by the time I had my operation in 2014 and the summer of hell, so by the autumn in October, I'd made up my mind that I was going to go to Thailand. I actually thought that Thai ladies would be different. I was banking on the idea that they were all Buddhist, that they didn't have any idea about money, that they weren't interested in money, that they were only interested in you as a person. Well, how naive was I? How naive was I? Because I was just like lamb to the slaughter, to be honest with you. I was lamb, basically going in there with both feet and not looking where I was going. So I had this agency who saw me as a bit of a cash cow, and the rest of it is history. I mean, yes, we did. Well, I did meet my lovely wife, and we are together. But apart from that, there's been no other sort of help at all, and it is entirely their fault that she didn't get the visa to come here. It's entirely their fault. They actually won't admit it, but it is their fault, and I blame them for it because of what they did. But they don't care because they got my money. They got my money up front, and you know, whatever. So we have to live with it, and unfortunately, that means that we're now living apart for the time being. So that is it in a nutshell. My dating history. I actually quite liked the old Eastern European ladies because they were quite, oh yeah, very nice. But you know, I also like the Thai ladies because they're gorgeous, especially when they wear them shorts. Oh dear, I'm getting hot and bothered. Oh dear. Yes, sorry about that. Control yourself. So yes, my lovely wife is in Thailand and I'm in the UK, and there's not a lot we can do about it at the moment. So so any more for any more? Oh, I missed that comment. Frank Travels. Oh, you didn't. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You didn't like it. Didn't like karate. Yeah, well, lousy agency, good wife. Yes, that's it. Exactly, Ray. Exactly. But the thing is, Ray, I actually looked around quite a lot. I had quite a few because I wasn't prepared to go alone. I'm not that sort of person. I haven't got that confidence. Don't take any Camagra. No. And I'm not that sort of person that can manage on my own. And also bearing in mind where I was with my health condition at the time, I could not walk 2 steps on my own. So going to Bangkok, as I know it now, and I know it now because I've been there, there's no way that I would have survived. I would have got, you know, I hate to think what would have happened. Anyway, long story short, I was looking for some really good help and hand-holding, and a lot of the agencies weren't interested in that, and certainly with also with the problem of the physical health conditions as well, they also weren't very keen. So this was the difference between the other agency that I went with and everybody else. That's a bit rude. You still on? Where have you been anyway, Shannon? You should be here the whole time. You shouldn't disappear off. That's a bit rude, disappearing. Only joking. Only joking. One of my subscribers there. Long time. And, oh my God. Greg, behave yourself because we don't accept that sort of language. Thank you. Would you like to delete that, or do you want me to delete it? And if I delete it, it's also involving the other thing, which is ban. So you don't want that. I suggest you delete it now. So the agencies that I looked for, and if you're not going to do it within 10 seconds, I'll do it. So please do it now. Thank you. Oh, that was Go-Go. Go-Go did it. All right, thanks, Paul. That's all right, Shannon. Don't worry about it. I was just joking. I was just joking. But the agencies around there weren't really interested, and the only one agency that I had, they swore blind that they wouldn't look after me, and they did. They did look after me. They really did. They picked me up at the airport. They drove me around. They helped me with my walking frame. They made sure that I was okay, you know, and really, really did a good job as far as that was concerned. However, the service I got was bad. And you're right, Barry. There is a guy that came on and I spoke to him about it. Okay, thanks, Ray. Thanks for coming in. And take care. Thank you for your comments as well. Very much appreciated. So yes, there was a guy who was a wheelchair user. I can't remember his name, but he documented the trip down to wheelchair. He was a really good wheelchair user though, because it's sort of one of the more mobile chair users. But he said that he found it really difficult when he was in Pattaya. Was it Pattaya? Or was it in Hua Hin? I can't remember where he was. But he said Bangkok wasn't too bad. But when he went somewhere else, I cannot remember where it was. But he said it was a nightmare. There was no ramps off of the pavement. He had to push himself in the road. There were steps up into buildings. So getting around would be difficult for you then, Shannon, because it's not ideal for even for me. And I can walk a little way, so for me, you know, it's quite tricky. But for somebody, oh yeah, was it? That's right. So, but Bangkok, you know, I mean, they are making a big effort over there now. As I said to you before, with Khon Kaen, they've actually really made a real big effort to put in ramps and things, and it's mainly just in the tourist area. However, I'm sure one day it will be all over. But when I was in Bangkok, it is quite difficult even when you're walking, because there's a lot of uneven pavements as well. And if you have no problem walking, you won't know what I'm on about. I don't know whether you would be okay, Shannon, because certain areas you will be because of, you know, like we were saying earlier, the chappie in the wheelchair. But if you've got a power chair, yeah, you might find it difficult, put it that way. So No. But I'm trying to raise some money for a power chair, so I can take it on the aeroplane, because I think that my condition is getting worse and I'm walking less and less, and I can't really enjoy myself if I'm worried about having to walk anywhere. So if I get a power chair that folds down, there are some quite nice ones that you can take on planes as well. So I'm trying to raise some money for that, because the social NHS services won't buy me one. They won't give me one because I can walk in the house. How stupid is that? You know, if you can walk in the house, you don't get a chair. What? I don't want the chair in the house. But there you go. That's politics for you. And it is down to money, actually. It's all down to the NHS not having any money. So they can't really buy everybody a power chair. So they told me to go away and raise some money myself, which I'm doing. I'm trying to raise some money. So it's about £3,000. I mean, it's a lot of money for a chair. But it'll be quite good because it's got lithium batteries in it, and you can take it on the plane. And what I would do is I would drive it up to the plane door, and then get out the chair, and then they can put the chair in the hold for me. Okay, thanks, yours, Kev. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed the live stream tonight. Thank you for coming. And in actual fact, you know, we are going to round it off in a moment because it is over 2 hours now. I really didn't think I was going to do 2 hours, but there you go. That's some improvement. See, I've enjoyed myself so much, and had a lovely conversation with everybody. It's been really good. So I will say that if there's any more questions, then please ask them now, because I'm going to say thank you very much for your participation, and thank you for being polite, and thank you for your support as well. You can find me on here on all of my channels, and you can also find me on Thailand Desk as a creator. So if you're not already a member of that, then you can go and sign up for that. There's lots of creators on there. If not, then don't forget, tomorrow is part 2 of day 17. And we finish up with Tapanom and head home after that. But don't worry, if any of it is missing and you think, oh, I wish I could see some more of that, then don't worry, because there is a special episode coming at the end of the series, and we have a longer chat with Chuck. So, hey, Sandy, San Diego, welcome. Welcome. You're just in time for the end. Just in time for me to say thank you and goodbye. Hey, Sandy, I was looking, I've got to tell you this because you're here, and I was actually gratified that you have been a subscriber for 11 months. Did you? I bet you didn't know that. So I had a little look at my subscriber list, because I was trying to find out who's unsubscribed today. We had 5 go. I don't know why, no idea. But yeah, I was looking there, I saw your name in there. 11 months. So well done. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being there. It is much appreciated. In fact, you know, I appreciate everybody, but I just thought that was really, really nice to find out. So I do have some more people that have been subbed for longer than that. Oh God, don't talk to me about the Tories. Wayne, go and sub to my other channel and we'll talk about that. Okay? Talking Really channel. Go and, because that's what I talk about over there. I talk about the Tories. Bunch of idiots. It's almost as bad as Trump. Right, guys, thank you, everybody. I'm going to say a big thank you to GoGo. No, it just feels like a long time, Barry. Now, I'm not talking politics on this stream because this is about travel. I know we haven't really talked about travel because I've talked about me, but that's also important. So, you know, any of that sort of stuff I do elsewhere, because it's not what we talk about here. This is about travel, so that's the reason for that. But it's no problem. We can talk about it. We'll talk about it later. What was I going to say? Oh, you're going to give GoGo a big thank you for moderating, because I know it's really late in China, and I really appreciate your support, even though you were late. Now we'll let you off. We'll blame Google. We'll blame YouTube for that, because they are useless. Sorry, I nearly swore then. I nearly said a naughty word. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sandy, for coming, even though it was at the end. Wayne, Barry, Shannon, and even Greg. Thank you, Greg, for coming, and thank you for being polite. I really appreciate your support. So, everybody, we need to do the usual, don't we? You need to have a little look at the end screen. Let's have a look. Oh, look, there I am. So please subscribe, like and share. You know where we are. You can go and have a look at my website, andywrighttravel.com.co.uk. You can have a look at my bid.me. And what else is there? Oh yes, and don't forget the most important one from Saturday, which is the landofsmilesdating.com, which you can go and have a look at. Okay, guys. Oh, I've lost my chat window. Oh, there we are. Yes. So thank you, everybody, and good smiley. I like that smiley. It's a very good smiley, Greg. Very good smiley. So I'll catch you again. Please be aware that we don't know when it's going to be. It could be a Saturday, or it could be a Wednesday. I haven't really decided. It's whenever I feel like it, or whenever I feel up to it, as it were. So, shall we do a countdown? Who'd like to do a countdown? I've got to find me end screen first. Hang on. Right, so we have a 3, 2, and a 1. Is that okay? Right, okay. So 3, 2, 1.